paint a fall picture with me. We're going to start by just putting in all the solid colors, so oranges and whites. And then I go in and outline my leaves with brown first, and then a red leaf. And then I'm going to add in the greenery around the edges. Just use your green that comes with the kit. And then I go in and put in red dots inside of my flowers and fill in the petals with yellow. Now a little yellow sun and some pink around the flowers. Now I'm just going to go in and fill in the entire background with black. Pretty easy, so just put in the big spaces first and then go in with a smaller brush around the edges that are closer to your objects. Get in real tight in there in all the spaces that are white. You don't want any white showing in this painting. It's going to be very bright and colorful when we're done, and that black background is just going to make all those colors pop. Now the best part is coming where we're going to add values. So I'm just going to mix a little red and orange to give me my darker values on my pumpkins. So I'm going to go in where there would be creases in the pumpkins and just kind of make some shadows with that red-orange color that I mixed up. And go around the bottom of the pumpkin and around the flowers, and that's just going to add a lot more depth. Put some red in that moon for a little more value. Now I'm mixing gray and white together to get a light gray to do the shadows on the white pumpkin. Now I'm mixing a little bit of that brown I used on my leaves with some red to give me my dark shades on my brown leaves. You want to make your shadows facing away from the moon because that's where your light source is. And now I'm just adding a little bit of black to just give a little bit more lines in my leaf and a little more depth. Now some orange on my yellow flowers because there's a little bit of orange color in sunflowers and some yellow flowers. Now I'm just adding red in between the spaces and the lines on my pink flowers and some red around the petals of my yellow flowers to give it just a little bit more depth. Now I'm going to mix white with yellow and green so I can add the highlights to my green leaves. And all your highlights are now going to face the moon because that's where your light source is. So whichever way your light source is coming from, that's the side where you're going to put your highlights. Now this is a light pink, just mixing white with red to put highlights on the pink flower petals and the red leaf. Now I'm mixing white and yellow to put some more highlights on my pumpkins and leaves and a little highlight on my brown stem at the top. Now I'm going in with a really light yellow, lots of white, little bit of yellow to add those flower highlights, and you're done.